So Patrice Bergeron has officially retired, and the Boston Bruins need a new number one centerman ASAP. And a guy who's been linked very quietly to the Boston Bruins for over a year is Mark Scheifele. I mean, it makes sense here. Scheifele's got 1 year left on his deal. The Jets are clearly trying to form a new era, getting rid of guys like Wheeler and Dubois. Hellebuyck is probably next, so Boston could offer a futures package to Winnipeg that they could be very happy with. And then Boston gets their new number one center who's already a veteran, knows how to play those tough minutes for years to come. Because when you've got Brad Marchand on the back nine of his career, you got to take advantage of the primes of guys like Pastrnak, Ullmark, McAvoy. You're not going through a rebuild. However, it's been reported that the Bruins might actually favor Elias Lindholm of the Calgary Flames as a Bergeron 1C replacement, which makes sense because they play very similar styles. Honestly, I'd bet you that Lindholm modeled his game after Patrice Bergeron in some way. He's like a Bergeron light, so I bet you the Bruins would be attracted to that. But that got me thinking about number 55 for the Winnipeg Jets and how everybody seems to be focusing on, Hellebuyck, whereas Scheifele here with 1 year left, and there's been some rumored friction there. Even last year there was talk of trade. Like, this could very well be headed for a blockbuster move here sooner than a lot of people expect. This is like the biggest trade rumor that I'm hearing almost nothing about. And of course, I'm sure there's been little whispers all over the NHL trade rumor mill, and in Winnipeg, I bet you they're talking about it on talk radio and stuff, but in the general sense, we've heard almost nothing about this Mark Scheifele thing, especially recently. Even though there's been a lot of big teams like the Rangers and the Hurricanes and the Bruins who have apparently inquired and poked around about the availability of 55. And look, I know that ever since the Jake Evans hit in the playoffs a couple years back, the reputation of Mark Scheifele started to shift a bit. The narrative has gone from, he's like the perfect number one centerman, he's obsessed with the game, you can't find a better guy to build your team around, to now I'm hearing a lot more people saying, he's selfish, he's too self-involved, he only cares about himself, and they're taking this from a few interview clips where he talked about his own personal season. I think it's taken way out of context, but hey, you can't control the narrative on a guy a lot of times, and I'm sure a lot of people in Winnipeg still adore the guy, but if I've been hearing this stuff all the way in Calgary, hey, even you guys have to admit that the narrative has definitely started to shift around what Mark Scheifele is, and I think that's a big part of the reason why we haven't seen a Mark Scheifele sweepstakes. But make no mistake about it, once Hellebuyck gets moved out and you've got 3 core pieces there who are officially gone, and my prediction is the captain is going to be Josh Morrissey, not Mark Scheifele, you're going to see a lot of trade rumors swirling around this guy. I just think that the Jets are clearly going through a culture change here, and they're completely revamping that dressing room there. And Mark Scheifele, 30 years old, 1 year left on his deal, doesn't seem to jive with that. And from his perspective, he probably wants to go win a cup now. And Winnipeg is not going to be his best chance of doing that going forward. That's why the 3 teams who've been connected to him most, the Hurricanes, the Rangers, and the Bruins, make so much sense for him and for the Jets. So obviously priority number 1 is moving Hellebuyck. That's probably going to be either New Jersey or Buffalo who gets him. But the chatter around Mark Scheifele is going to heat up here quickly here. He's going to become a hot commodity for a lot of teams, especially for the ones who strike out on other guys like Lindholm. Scheifele is going to be in demand here. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Who is Scheifele going to sign with? By this time next year when his contract is up, where is Mark Scheifele playing? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.